Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of healingstars.com. This is the new moon, 6th of May, set for London. It's virtually just on 8:30 p.m. If you look at the chart, you'll see here's the sun and the moon together, and the sun is setting in the UK. And this is a Taurus new moon, along with Mercury, retrograde, and Venus now in her own sign. This picture is very striking because what we see here is a Grand Trine. Notice this is a triangle in Earth signs, so Jupiter with the North Node and Pluto in Capricorn. But also what's striking is there are 5 planets retrograde at this time. In the UK, we've seen train strikes, we've seen the doctors striking, and that's often an indication when Mercury goes retrograde, along with Mars, that we have strikes. We have problems with communications, and we have also got problems with aggression. You might have seen something about the Turkish parliament breaking out in an uproar, people literally hitting each other. That's very Martian. So when Mars goes bad, it really goes bad. Now, a Grand Trine is a positive configuration. I happen to have a Grand Trine in my own chart, but also Earth signs. This is practical, manifesting, stability, security. Earth touches things. We can smell Earth, can't we? We can taste. All our senses are to do with the Earth signs, especially Taurus, which is governed by Venus, to do with pleasure. Now, the downside of a trine, a Grand Trine, is a kind of, let's just take it easy. Let's just go for pleasure. Let's just relax. So it can be lazy. I don't know if you've noticed yourself kind of thinking, oh, maybe I don't really feel like it. Let's just go and have a walk in the sunshine. That's all very good, within reason. And we are going to come up in the middle of the month. Everything's going to change. We're going to move into the sign of Gemini, and we're going to be faced with some tough situations in our lives. Therefore, it's a very good idea to make plans now. At this new moon, we also have tension. The fly in the ointment, everything you see in red is difficult, challenging, but also action. So squares, oppositions, encourage us to take action. The trines don't. The Mars energy, here it is over here, 6 degrees Sagittarius now, is in a very difficult configuration with Uranus, the planet that likes change. Saturn also in a very tough position with Jupiter. That is a square, that's a right angle. It's also connected to Neptune down here. But the Saturn and Jupiter square is an ongoing process that started last year in August. Jupiter wants to expand, Saturn contract. Jupiter is in Virgo, a sign it is not at all happy in. Virgo can be perfectionist. I happen to have 2 planets in Virgo. I know that all too well. So if you're trying to do something at the moment, you just want it to be exactly right, please let go of that. It's easier to start and then adapt, adjust, and change. And that will be the vibration as soon as the sun moves into Gemini. Saturn wants us to hold back. However, it's in Jupiter's sign. This is a real contradiction of expansion and contraction. Saturn likes to be grounded. Saturn wants a plan, a structure, and that's a very good thing. So if you feel your structure is weak in whatever you're doing in your life, now is a very good time to look at that, because Jupiter is governed by our friend Mercury, which is retrograde. What's going to happen just following after this new moon, take a day later, is there's the moon going into Gemini on the Saturday. So there we have some air energy, we have some communication, hopefully. Then Sunday, but Monday is the day. Monday, the 9th of May, is when Jupiter changes direction and starts to move forward. That's very encouraging because Jupiter is the planet of growth, abundance, and also to do with teaching, to do with mentoring. So that is a very good sign. It's been retrograde since January. Every year it goes retrograde. But now, at last, we have one planet out of these 5 that breaks the pattern. We also, on Monday, have the Sun and Mercury joining. Now, this is a very potent configuration for going within, meditating. It's in Taurus. So this is very much, what is it you really, really want in your life? When we have a new moon, it is a seeding time, a time to write your list down of what you'd like in that month. And this is very much about the practical realms of life. Enjoying a massage, for instance, buying a new scent or aftershave, whatever men have nowadays, it's supposed to be scents, but clothes, anything that makes you feel beautiful. The goddess energy is Venus. Notice also on Monday, Venus is in a very beautiful position with Neptune. That actually starts really on Sunday. This is a very beautiful pattern that's occurring on Monday. So the energy of going within, which is meditation, which is Mercury, it is really not a good day to sign a contract, I would suggest, because you might not know everything about it. However, in India, this is a very powerful, positive day. I trust actually in Sunday as a more benefic day because Sun in Vedic astrology is exalted and the moon also. It doesn't occur on Monday. But of course, we have a different time zone to India. Next week, as we move through the week, we still have this ongoing tension of Jupiter. Notice here's Jupiter, 13 degrees Friday. See, so notice now Jupiter slowly moving ahead. Very important to know that when a planet changes direction, and of course it doesn't actually do that, it's as seen from Earth. It's as if you're in a train and another one is next to you and it's going to different speed. It looks like it's going backwards. It's an uncanny little trick of perception. But Jupiter is at 13 degrees of Virgo. If you have a planet at 13 of Virgo, Jupiter is accentuating that. So look for that. What does Jupiter want to teach you? What learnings can you take? The same applies at the moment to Mercury because it's in Jupiter's in Mercury's sign, to really listen to the messages that are coming to you. I've been watching my email, watching what arrives from newsletters, and the ongoing theme I'm getting is membership, a membership website. So I am in the process of investigating how to practically do that, how to make it structured and of value to people. So notice that's the energy, contraction, expansion. According to Rick Levine, great astrologer, he describes this as the very process of digestion in our body. That's what we do. Our digestive system does exactly that. But it is a process. It's not static. So that is for all of us to recognize how can we balance these two difficult opposite energies. I have done a webinar, and right at the end of that webinar, I did do a little process on that. I will now edit that and send it out separately as a separate process. Thank you for watching. I'm Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com.